like it's appropriate to start off with one name, and that is Christian Eriksen. Where should we start? I mean, when it happened, I thought it was a cramp and stuff like that, but I saw it. He fall head first, and immediately, I swear, first thing come to mind was Frederick Mwamba's years ago at White Hart Lane when Spurs meet Bolton. And to be honest, as a football fan, kind of breaks my heart a bit. And then hours after that, a lot of reports come in. Simon Kia with a hero's reception on his reactions as well. What a captain, won a lot of our hearts, and credit to the ref as well. What I was being told, it took them estimately 1.5 minutes for the medical team to attend to Eriksen. And I feel like that's a magnificent job. The thing is, many won't understand that when it comes to cardiac arrest, every second counts. And what a tremendous job. The doctors were all alert. And then the reports came in saying that they actually lost Christian Eriksen for a mere 2 minutes. I mean, when I read that, I was in shock. Technically, Christian Eriksen was gone, but goodness, that's gonna be something else if that were to happen. And for those of you listening in, you might feel like this is a tribute to him. Well, it is, but not only that, I've said in time and time again in my previous episode, especially Inter Milan and Christian Eriksen, despite him not having a good season, he was still a key for every team. He was a key in that Milan derby against AC Milan, the victory over AC Milan back in somewhere around in January. It's Inter. There's gotta be a bond there between Inter and Christian Eriksen, and he's the typical number 10 creative player. And it was mentioned before, he's one of my favorites in world football today, because I've always loved the number 10 role of a player. Lionel Messi, Christian Eriksen, Mason Mount, Jack Grealish, that genius role, that hole in the middle in between strikers and midfield. Kaká used to play there as well. I think Fabregas in his latter years at Arsenal, he used to play there as well. And Christian Eriksen is one of those rare breeds that he can only play there. Having said all that, many ask whether they should go on with the game. It's a tough decision. I think Peter Schmeichel came out and said that Danish FA or is it UEFA told them if they didn't play, they will lose 3-0. And then there were reports saying that the organizers leave it up to the team. If they don't play with they will be rescheduled to the next day. I think that's a cool thing for UEFA to have a contingency plan just in case something like this happen. I think because of COVID, they are well prepared. But if you were to ask me whether it's okay to continue as a player, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't have continued because it's hard for players, even for the opponents, to play. In your mind, you're not focused, But muzzle to them. They're being very professionals, and I think they got the green light that Eriksen is okay. I think there was a video call telling them that they should continue, and they did. But it must have been hard. It must have been the most hardest game that those players will ever play, and I don't think they will ever remember what happened in the game. I wouldn't be able to continue. But in retrospect, Christian Eriksen, I love you. Not only Denmark, but the whole football world is with you. And as I'm recording this, I just actually finished watching Denmark against Belgium match. So you talk about one of the best matches so far. Was low-key. I was actually low-key rooting for Denmark, but Belgium was just a different class. The first half was brilliant for Denmark. The emotion behind it, playing for Eriksen, and the irony is the goal scorer Yusof Poulsen scored for Denmark. He is the guy replacing Christian Eriksen in this lineup. Couldn't write a better story. But when the second half came, Kevin De Bruyne was introduced. I mean, it's all Belgium. I mean, the first goal is just to show how he is one of the best in the world at his job. As a viewer watching, even I thought he's going to pull the trigger. That square ball from Romelu Lukaku. Even I thought that he's gonna pull the trigger when he body checked two defenders, sliding in and squares it to Torgan Hazard. The second goal for him is just a well worked team goal. I would say that this Belgium side, they have showed that they are always calm and collective with and off the ball or ahead or while chasing the game. I gotta say that they are probably the closest nation team to a club side, but in its entirety, the whole game is just superb. And deservedly so, Belgium surely now have qualified to the next round.